Hey guys, Dobby back at you. Those of you with some older guns or guns in general with any wood on them, or I guess in general, do you keep your guns in like a climate controlled area? Do you get picky about like the humidity, down to the even humidity levels, and kind of keep it humidity at somewhat of a steady level? You just store them somewhere where it's convenient. Because like I live in the south, the humidity can get pretty high, but it can get pretty low. Like right now, this time of year. Like right now, the humidity outside without like any outside, inside without a humidifier or anything is in the 20 something percent. It's pretty dry. And do you have any? If you keep them in like a really dry location, do you guys have you guys had any issues with like the wood cracking or having any issues or drying out too much and cracking, or having the finish have issues? Because I've seen some guns that weren't stored properly and just kind of got tossed underneath a bed. Like I got two guns that if they were stored correctly would be perfectly good guns, but they're both of them from the 70s, and neither one of them are usable now just because they're exposed to too much humidity for too long and not being cared for properly. And the wood on it is cracked on one's a 20 gauge shotgun, and the wood's cracked, and the barrel and all the metal is, you can tell, it was exposed to high moisture because it was kind of had a lot of surface rust. I had the gun cleaned up by somebody who did that for a living. Make them look better, clean up the wood, got the wood nice and polished up for me. But I can't use either one of them. The shotgun, like I said, the wood's cracked, and I'd rather not have a gun blow up in my face. Yeah, it's not very pleasant. And the other one's a 22 rifle, and it stayed rusty for so long that the recoil springs kind of got rusty enough that when it ended up breaking. Like so rusty in a couple of spots that it wore through the spring enough that the spring broke. And I can't get the guy that I had looking at him couldn't get parts for it, or springs or anything. So it's wall art at this point. But I didn't pay much for them, so, and I obviously like guns, so I'm perfectly okay with them being wall art. It would be nice to know that at least they worked and were usable if I, for some reason, wanted to, but they're wall art. How do you take your guns out and clean them once in a while, even if they're being stored, just so something like that doesn't happen, and kind of keep temperature and humidity controlled so you don't have any issues and they don't deteriorate just sitting there? I try to keep my guns, the ones that are in good shape and clean and lubed every so often. The guns that I carry on a daily basis, and it might be way overkill, but I at least make sure they're lubed. And I'll give them like a really quick cleaning, like once a month. It might be excessive, but I'm not totally tearing them down and cleaning them thoroughly once a month, but I do that like every 6 months or usually less, because I'll take them to the range and shoot them more often than that for practice and some range time, just so I'm just keep comfortable keeping my accuracy up on the guns especially the guns I use I carry with me. Actually, I don't use them. I've never killed anybody and never shot anybody. I'd like to keep it that way, but just in case, obviously. But yeah, those ones I just want to make sure they work, especially the ones that I carry. I want to make sure they work when I need them, or if I need them. Hopefully, I never need them. But yeah, I try to keep them clean. Even the ones that I don't get out, I take their range much or use much or relying on. I'll still clean them up and make sure they clean and stay lubed and don't get dry enough to the point where even rust is even or corrosion is even remotely a possibility. Because when I do use them, I don't want to be fighting rust and malfunctions because my gun's dirty and rusty and got all kinds of dirt in them. I have dogs that shed a lot, so their fur gets all over everything. So like I try to keep them clean. So when I do need them or want to use them, I don't have to worry about it. Just take them to the range and have some fun and not worry about it. But how often do you guys like to clean your guns and keep them lubed? And especially the ones that say, or if you pocket carry, do you clean them more often? Because in my case, I want ones I keep in a pocket. I mean, it's up against my leg. It's in a pocket. It's a dusty, moist location, especially during the summer when I'm sweating a lot. So I try to keep it clean. But what do you guys like to do? Do you keep it? How often do you guys clean your guns? Especially the ones you're carrying on a regular basis. But how often do you guys like to clean them? And yes, I know I might be a little on the excessive side, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. A little bit of gun oil. I'm happy you spend that and spend the money on the oil to make sure it's clean and ready to use when I need it. But I thought I'd get your thoughts. Leave me some comments what you do and how excessively clean I keep my guns you think I do. But and yes, that is one of the guilty parties of fur on my guns. As you can see, my guns are black, most of them. You can see why I keep them clean. They show up. It's all his fault. I blame it on him. Cute little face. But yeah, he's one definitely guilty party. But I love him. He's my buddy. Let me know what you guys do. And leave me a comment. And love to hear your thoughts. And just remember, any pencil can be a number 2 pencil if you eat it. And make some stupid comments about how stupid my jokes are. I know. I'm the one that came up with it. I'll see you in the next one. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave me a comment. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.